A man named Ware arrives on the scene at the start of the film. He was perhaps researching on the birds in the field. Ware used to live in such a house along with his wife. There were only fields in its surroundings, and Ware is still observing the birds. At the same time, he hears a mysterious sound in his surroundings. The sound was like the chirping of bird with a little uniqueness. When he follows the sound, then he encounters a strange creature. Its face and body were almost alike human beings, but he had wings in spite of its hands. That creature is so small that it is set on his whole hand. Ware observes everything there very keenly, but he does not find anything there which belongs to that creature. So he returns to home, taking that creature, a lady, Tyne, who is his wife. She is left astonished, witnessing that creature, because she had not observed any human having wings. Ware tells her, "It is not any human being but a bird." He also shares that I never ever saw such a bird throughout my life. Then they keep it in a small basket. Tyne suggests Ware that we should give this creature in the custody of police, calling them. But Ware thinks that they should wait for the guardians of this creature. After a time, Ware notices that Tyne is showering her affections on that creature, and she is also very excited with it. Then they both decide that they will adopt this baby creature. That baby creature was tiny, so Tyne gives it food with its finger. Then Tyne gives it a name, Vigeltje. They also shop for that baby creature. Ware brings a little doll, and they put on its cloth to Vigeltje. He had also brought a little bottle to feed Vigeltje. Then Tyne takes her out of the house, and she tells everyone that we have adopted Vigeltje, but she brings Vigeltje at home soon because of its visible wings. Tyne makes a cover to hide Vigeltje's wings after cutting her socks. Due to this, its wings are hidden now. Next day, when they take it for a walk, then the people in surroundings ask, "Tyne, why is Vigeltje tiny?" But they both leave that place, ignoring their words. Time was passing, and Vigeltje was growing up now, and she had also started to utter the words. She used to behave like the birds instead of human beings. It means that she used to try to fly. Seeing it all, Tyne is worried, because she wanted to see her daughter as an ordinary human being, not like a bird. But Ware explains to him, "Look, Vigeltje cannot be like this as you wish." One day, Vigeltje calls Tyne Mimi. Then Tyne feels courage hearing it, and she tries to teach her daughter the etiquette. Tyne teaches her how can she perform her own task using her feet, but she remains unable to learn it. She rather begins to eat the insects like the birds. Tyne was thinking that Vigeltje learns more through observation, because Vigeltje used to see the birds here for more time, so she used to act more like the birds. Now Tyne takes her into a hotel so she may look at the human beings, but she looks at the parrots there. At that time, parrots were flying. Then Vigeltje also wishes to fly, seeing them. Tyne takes her into a lavatory so no one may catch her sight. Tyne advises her that you can easily use your wings here. Vigeltje flies through the window, and Tyne only gets her shows in the lavatory. Being worried, Tyne requests, "Ware, coming to house, kindly search out our daughter from somewhere." But Vigeltje had flown from there. Then those people think that Vigeltje had not gone so far, so we should search for her, going somewhere else. Then Vigeltje is shown who was enjoying her life. She was flying and enjoying, and she had also other birds with her. She was feeling great, flying in the air with other birds. But Vigeltje loses her control while flying at one point. Due to this, she falls near a window of a room of a little girl. That little girl is shocked, witnessing Vigeltje's wings. After some time, that girl and Vigeltje are befriended. On the other side, Ware and Tyne are seen, who was asking about their daughter from Air Force Police, but they were still not finding her. After this, they moved to a hotel, but finding no place there, they spent night under a tree, and it was the same tree where Vigeltje and that little girl had come to play and sleep. That little girl talks with Ware as the morning arrives, from whom they come to know that their daughter is here, but that she had flown from there until Ware reached her. Then that little girl also accompanies Ware to search her out. All people were looking at her because of being in the urban area. Social media was also covering the news of Vigeltje because of her uniqueness from others. And the Air Force Police was also assisting Ware along with it. Covering a great distance, they stay in a hotel, where that little girl encounters a little boy like her at this place. Afterwards, they are befriended. That little girl tells him that, "We are searching for that bird which looks like the human beings." Later, when that little boy is sleeping, then he hears the sound of something under his bed. He finds Vigeltje after checking. Then that boy calls his friend immediately. They three are befriended here. Now they both spend their time with Vigeltje under the bed. Next day, both kids tell Tina about Vigeltia, but Vigeltia also escapes from them again at this time. So Tina asks them to go after her here, but that little girl who had befriended Vigeltia, she breaks her friendship with her, because she had now got another friend, who was not habitual to leave her again and again like Vigeltia. Tina, Ware, and a police officer were detecting Vigeltia. Then the night falls, searching for Vigeltia, so they stop under a shade because of the night. Tina and Wara are fallen asleep here, but police officer observes Vigeltia on a tree, whose wings were tied, and she was not finding ability to fly. So police officer releases her, untying her wings. Now Vigeltia again flies. As the dawn breaks, Tina and Wara reach a beach while passing through the forest and river in her search. They find Vigeltia on the beach along with other birds. Then they see that Vigeltia had grown up now. Now it is her world. So they move to the bus, leaving her. So Vigeltia may enjoy her life according her own choice, but they hear the voice of Vigeltia before getting in the bus. Turning back, Ware sees that Vigeltia is drowning into the sea. Then they bring her in their house after rescuing. Now they were happy because of Vigeltia's returning back to house, but they feel as their daughter Vigeltia needs freedom, so they themselves free her in the air.